the end of a long, frigid winter in South Bend, signs of spring are in the air as Notre Dame, men's lacrosse champion in 2 of the last 3 years, welcomes Bellarmine for its 2026 home opener. And with that, we say hello and welcome to Arlada Stadium here on the ACC Network, along with Brian Benedict. I'm Tyler Reese. So glad you could be with us here this afternoon. Brian, it's February 17th. We're outdoors. Life's good, my man.
Very unusual for South Bend, but gotta love it. Both these teams coming off wins over the weekend, so I'm really just excited for this matchup, especially being outside on the field here.
Let's start talking Notre Dame. The Irish, a lot to replace in the attack here to start off the season, but they seem to have a guy in Air Force transfer, Josh Yago, somebody who has seen a lot of Bellarmine coming over from the A side.
He has, the transfer from Air Force, a big body at 6'3". He does a fantastic job creating his own shot, but he also has a good understanding of spacing within the defense. He found himself open a few times there over the weekend. That's why he put up 4 goals.
The all-time Bellarmine goal-scoring record could fall today to John Alley, who's 1 away from matching Kyle Plaisted atop the night's record book. Alley tries behind the back, and he has tied the record. What a way to do it. Career goal number 113, and Kyle Plaisted's got company atop their Bellarmine goal-scoring list. They'll give it up. John Alley for the record. Bellarmine has a new goal-scoring king. It's number 114 in the illustrious career of John Alley. Lynch, and it's an offensive performance that rewrites the record books for Notre Dame men's lacrosse. 29 goals, the most in a game in program history. My goodness, what a day. One of those man up as he's in that money matchup with Sean Light. And here it is, Spallina, inside roll, he scores. And it's a hat trick for Joey Spallina in the first half of this top 5 showdown. 2-goal lead for Syracuse as he won the battle against Light that time. The Irish come off a close, low-scoring win at Duke last week, 7-6. They are 9-1 this year, number 1 in the nation. Luke Miller works his way up from X, gets topside and scores. Both of these teams are undefeated this year when they score first, and it's Notre Dame that has the claim to that here this afternoon. Luke Miller with his 21st goal of the season to take the outright team lead. Miller was held quiet like many of his offensive teammates last week at Duke. In the 7-6 win, just 1 assist. He did not find the back of the net as Notre Dame had to grind it out on a hot day in Durham. But he's on the board on Notre Dame's opening offensive trip. Let's see if Syracuse can respond with John Mullen, who collects the ground ball off the faceoff. He became Syracuse's all-time leader in ground balls just a couple weeks ago in the last ACC game for the Orange at North Carolina. Here's Matt McEntee, drops it down low. Spallina ties the game. Just like that, Joey Spallina has career point number 314, his 136th career goal, and the Orange answer right back. What a special career it's been for Joey Spallina, just taken 3rd overall during the past week by the Maryland Whipsnakes in the Premier Lacrosse League college draft. And he finds the back of the net to draw Syracuse right back even on the road here at Arlada. Seven points last week for Spallina as he broke that Syracuse all-time scoring record. And his Orange will have to defend here as the Irish, with some help from Will Donovan, their All-American lawn stick midi, have control on the attacking end. For this Irish offense, there is very much not a go-to guy. It's a democratic type of offense, as Kevin Corrigan, their longtime legendary head coach, has called it. Many different contributors, and here's one of them, Dylan Faison, who really came alive late last week as a highly touted freshman. Miller again from X. Works it back to Faison. He scored the final 2 goals for Notre Dame last week at Duke. Faison puts the moves on Jaden Kittleberger, and the Irish will keep it with 29 to fire. Max Buzenkill right down Main Street. Turning shot, and save there for Jimmy McCool, the reigning ACC goalie of the year from last season. As the Irish look to come right down the gut. Have a chance to pick up a loose ball in midfield, they sure do. Luke Miller's got it back, and on the bounce, he'll set up the Irish. So we've heard from both goalkeepers now early, McCool and Ricciardelli. It's an excellent matchup in the creases today. McCool is the ACC leader in saves per game, just over a dozen per contest. Ricciardelli on the other side, tops in the conference for save percentage and goals against average. They are both seniors. Matt Jeffrey with a bouncing shot over the top, and the Irish will keep control. Jeffrey's another dangerous, high potential guy up front for Notre Dame. First career hat trick last week at Duke. Josh Yago, the Air Force transfer, with 20 goals on the season. His next goal will be the 100th of his career, but he's dealing with some physicality there on the far side from Jake Spolina. Will Angrick didn't have the angle and drops it back behind the cage for his teammate Wilma Harris. Out in front, Brock Behrman. Notre Dame back in front, 2-1. Well, Behrman's a guy who started the year really hot. A junior attackman, seeing his first run as a full-time starter this year for Notre Dame. 10 goals, 17 points in his first 4 games, but he's really cooled off since. Only 6 points across the ensuing 6 contests. But that's a big goal for him. You could see it in his reaction. And the Irish have got the 1-goal lead back just over 4 minutes in. It's Behrman's 13th goal of the year. And a face-off violation against Mullen and Syracuse has Notre Dame back in control. The draws were a huge factor last year in the head-to-head matchups. Mullen absolutely dominated Notre Dame in both of the contests a year ago at the face-off X. And that was a big reason why Syracuse was 2-0 against the Fighting Irish last year. In the ACC tournament game, the semifinal between Syracuse and Notre Dame, Mullen won 21 of his 26 face-offs. It was tough for Notre Dame to get anything going. Here they've got the early lead, looking for a 2-goal advantage. Faison has Behrman again. McCool, an excellent stop going down low. And Syracuse looks to clear. Jimmy McCool comes off a 10-save performance against Colgate as the Orange aim for a pull goal, and they've got it. Chuck Kaczynski with a rocket upstairs, and he's tied it back up for the Orange.